Meghan Markle is back with a Netflix series that nobody asked for, and the internet already hates it after Netflix dropped the trailer. So it's called With Love, Meghan, and it is about Meghan Markle's tips and tricks for cooking and baking and gardening and crafting and hosting. Everybody's talking about just how disingenuous this trailer feels. Now, there are a lot of people out there who already can't stand Meghan Markle. She has created a whole group of haters already online, and for good reason. She's incredibly unlikable. In many people's eyes, she has fractured a big part of the royal family. And even more than that, she's just really unlikable in many ways. And of course, there are some people on there who are like major Meghan stans and they'll always love her no matter what. But nobody can deny that this trailer is so cringe and it's just so, there's something about it that's just not right.
I just loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it.
So she's talking about elevating ordinary things, and then she proceeds to show all of these things that she's supposedly cooking and baking. And I gotta tell you, as somebody from a personal perspective, as somebody who cooks and bakes a lot, I love cooking and baking. I've always been a major Martha Stewart fan. I just love looking at the cookbooks and hosting. That's one of my favorite things to do. None of these dishes look particularly original. None of them look particularly appetizing. And what is this like original spin that she's promising to put on these dishes? Because it honestly looks like when you watch this trailer, it seems like the cake has already been set up, the dishes have already been set up, and she steps in at the very last minute to just cut it and present it as if she's the one who made it. Just like UK Royal Gossip says on Twitter, Meghan's inviting us into her home, except it's not her home. She's cooking, but the recipes aren't hers. She's playing the gracious hostess, but we all know she has no friends and is estranged from her family. This series isn't about Meghan. It's an utter farce. This is so true. So she's trying to Martha Stewart herself. She's trying to rebrand herself as this American lifestyle influencer. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, but she used to have a lifestyle blog called The Tig or something like that. But let's be real here. What was Meghan Markle like 3 years ago? She was trying to be that American turned British royal princess or duchess or whatever her official title was. I think it was the Duchess. She was trying to be that person and it did not succeed. It actually failed miserably. She fractured a lot of the royal family. Supposedly, apparently, reportedly, her marriage with Prince Harry is not going well. He makes a very, very short cameo at the very end of this trailer, which means that he's in the series at some point. We don't know for how long. But she is not on good terms with her own blood family in the US, and she's definitely not on good terms with her married family, the royal family in the UK. So this whole like suddenly American influencer thing, and didn't she release like this new brand, Riviera Orchard or something? Tim Dillon actually has a really funny bit when he's talking about this that she released. She's trying desperately to rebrand herself and it's just not landing, Meghan. Sorry, we're not really into it. The people have spoken. The ratio for Meghan Markle's Netflix series is brutal. 7.6 thousand likes to 49,000 dislikes. That's abysmal, and it's an indicator of what type of viewership they'll have. That Netflix signed them at all is an embarrassment. They may just cancel the deal for the humiliation of being stupid enough to sign these two grifters. It is, it's actually kind of remarkable to me that there is a woman that they have tried so hard to make us like. They have desperately tried to make us like Meghan Markle with her Spotify podcast and all of the outfits and the royal wedding, and the media really tries to make us like her. And yet she is one of the most unlikable figures in Hollywood that we have ever seen. And as I was watching this trailer, there was something that stood out to me. I was like, she's bringing in all these celebrities and these famous people, and they're sitting there in the trailer like enjoying her food, but of course it doesn't look genuine. Because let's remember, I know I'm referencing Martha Stewart a lot because it's like Meghan Markle's trying to be the next like half black Martha Stewart. But the thing about Martha Stewart is when she started doing cooking shows and when she started her magazine, she had years and years of experience. So before she was Martha Stewart as we know her, she was a caterer. She had a very successful catering company. And even before that, she was widely known in her neighborhood for being an amazing hostess. She would always host people at her new house not new house, but this old house that she like refurbished and redesigned. And she did the gardens in the home. And she was an incredible homemaker. And she was known for hosting these amazing neighborhood parties that everybody went to and ate amazing food. And they had a great time. And it was just this warm, amazing environment. Then she went on to do a catering company and it was very successful. And that's when she started doing the cooking shows and the magazine and all that. Meghan Markle has none of that experience. So I think it's funny that this tweet really points out something I saw in the trailer. It says, let's be honest, this isn't about cooking. It's about Meghan's guests telling her how absolutely incredible her culinary skills are, showering her with praise and adoration, even though Maria and Lupita made all the food. So again, people are talking about how Meghan didn't make any of this food, and it's clear that she didn't in the trailer. In response, she basks in the attention, looking even more insufferably smug and self-satisfied. Her desperation to be center of attention makes the whole thing seem inauthentic and more like a performance. It's so true. Oh, the incredibly smug and self-satisfied look on her face. I did it, except she didn't actually do it.
What? This is probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life.
See, and there she is. It's the most glamorous moment of your life, Mindy Kaling, because of me. But something that's also interesting here is everybody is talking about how Meghan totally copied this entire idea down to the outfits from a very beautiful woman who has much more experience than she does. The Marchioness of Bath. Now, Emma here is a lifestyle influencer. She's been doing the whole lifestyle, cooking, home, hosting thing for a very long time. She's gorgeous. And everybody can tell that she copied everything. Look at this. Did Meghan Markle really think no one would notice that she stole all of these ideas? I mean, and when you look at the Marchioness of Bath, like, look, even the outfits, even the dress, down to the plates, down to the beekeeping, getting the honey from the bees. I mean, it's just, it's like copy and paste. It's carbon copy. She couldn't even get creative with it. She had to copy this woman, and it still doesn't even look that good on her. And here's another one. Somebody said, I told you Meghan Markle would be plagiarizing and stealing ideas. 2018 salty side dish shares a recipe for ladybug caprese appetizer. And here's the one from 2018, the next one. And there's Meghan's, just carbon copy right there. Also, I forgot to say, as somebody who bakes bread very regularly, the thing that pissed me off the most about this trailer is that sorry, chewy, gross, dense excuse for focaccia that she calls bread. I mean, look at this. What is that? What is that? Anyone who has ever spent any time in the kitchen baking and especially making focaccia knows that this is not focaccia. That is overhydrated. I think it's underproofed. And you just know that when she cuts into it, that's going to be dense with no airy holes in it. That is so not focaccia. And she's sitting there pretending like, oh, look, I made this wonderful thing of bread. I honestly think this trailer is like an IQ test. The way that people respond to this trailer says a lot about who they are. It says a lot about what they know about hosting and cooking and just generally doing things in the kitchen. Because how could anybody think that this was a good idea to show that excuse for focaccia and be like, oh, what a great piece of bread that Meghan made. I find this one really funny. Someone said maybe the Marchioness of Bath should get a restraining order. Here's Meghan's dress and there's Emma's dress. Really similar. Here is Emma's dress where she's hosting adorable little tea cakes and all these things. And there's Meghan's dress. Literally the same. Like she couldn't even put her own spin on it. And honestly, a lot of people are saying this too, but this is incredibly tone deaf of Meghan, like to release this now with a lot of stuff going on. And like nobody really wants this. But the thing about Meghan Markle is that it's always about her and exactly what she wants and exactly how she wants to move her career forward. And the funny thing is people can smell it on her. And I think we've reached a point with social media and just so many consumers and so many followers and fans having seen a lot of celebrities come and go. We now know who's authentic and who's not. And so it's funny how a lot of people can just smell the inauthenticity of this. And I actually like this tweet from Greg Gutfeld. He says, one of the most understated qualities of being an American is the refusal to bend when the cool kids tell you that you must like something. Hillary in 2016, Kamala in 2024, and this imposter. You can find what's truly cool is telling these clueless assholes, no thanks, you can keep her. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, why are you so mean to Meghan? It's not your business. Just mind your own business. She has inserted herself into the media and on social media for so long now that she's just begging for attention. And if you're going to constantly beg for attention like that and constantly try to rebrand yourself and get new people to love you and follow you and buy your stuff, like you need to be ready for some criticism because nobody wants this. I mean, she is digging herself a deeper and a deeper hole. But you know what? I don't know what you guys think. Maybe you guys like Meghan Markle. Tell me in the comment section if you like her. Are you excited for this series? I mean, I can make a whole list of things I would rather do than watch this series. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and let me know what you want to see in the next video. Bye.